So today I'm going to make dirty rice, and it gets its name because it makes the white rice look dirty. So I've got gizzards, chicken livers, an onion, celery, and a bell pepper. And of course the onion, the bell pepper, and the celery are the Cajun Holy Trinity of cooking, and it is a Cajun dish. It ain't for everybody. If you don't like organ meat, you ain't got to roll with it. So I'll get 2 cups of rice cooking, and then I'm going to grind the livers and the gizzards in my little bitty baby grinder, and then I'll let you see what happens. It's exciting. The amount of onion, celery, and bell pepper that I use, the Cajun Trinity, pretty much filled up my little Vidalia onion chopper. I like it. Makes it fast, makes everything the same size, and it's ideal if you're going to dehydrate. But anyway, that's how much onion, celery, and bell pepper I used. I'm also going to grind up a pint of our own canned pork butt, so I did not have to buy pork. So there is my ground up pint of pork. Underneath that is the chicken liver mush, which it becomes, and at the bottom of that is the gizzards. I only used 3/4 of that package because it was 1.5 pounds, but you're talking very cheap and a majorly good side. I'm looking at $2.03 for gizzards. Can't remember, but it's not much. It's not even $2 for the livers, and then my own pint of pork butt. And before you go, that is so gross. Think about something for those of you who eat Armour potted meat, you know, salt in a pate. At least I know what's in here. You have no idea what's in that nasty, salty potted meat. Rat tails, chicken lips, you name it. This, I know what's in here, and this is going to be one righteous Cajun dish. It is not an extremely spicy dish, even though I'm going to put black pepper, white pepper, some Tony Chachere's in there, parsley, cayenne. It is still, and even you put oregano and garlic powder, still not going to be spicy. It's an excellent side dish. I'll eat it by itself. But anyway, I'm going to put the funky mess together. I'm going to do this in a regular skillet. It is a large skillet with a heavy bottom. Everyone doesn't have cast iron, and you do not have to have a cast iron pot to cook this. It does go faster in a cast iron pot or skillet, but it ain't necessary. Use what you got. So I'm going to saute the vegetables from my little Vidalia onion chopper, my Holy Trinity of Cajun cooking, and my skillet. Now, once you add your concoction, which was your ground chicken livers, my canned pork butt, in my case, and the gizzards, you are going to have to stir without leaving. So whatever you got to do it, because you're going to be stuck, similar to making a gumbo and a roux, because you ain't going nowhere away from your stove after you did all that work with your little cheap ingredients, because you are not going to quit stirring once you add that meat mixture. So I'm going to enjoy my break now. And also, you get very warm. There's a lot of vegetables to be sauteing down. So get your bandana now, pick your gang, and get ready to gangsta cook. Because once you're standing next to this stirring it, you're going to sweat. So get you a bandana, pick your gang, get your gangsta cooking on. Do not burn your vegetables. So my vegetables are where I want them, and this is where I add my seasonings. I'm going to use some of this here, what's this here sauce? Of course, you don't measure this, you just work it out. White pepper. Black pepper. Green bay. Garlic powder. Whoops, I lost the spoon. Mix it around. And then we're going to add our meat funkiness. Get us some cayenne. You're not trying to burn anybody. It's not spicy or spicy. I'm going to put some of my own dehydrated parsley. And notice I'm not putting any salt because I'm putting Tony Chachere's, and believe me, there's salt up in there. I'm not going to overdo it because I can't take it away. So, I'm on my super burner, but I've had it on simmer, so now I'm going to crank it up, get myself to about medium, and I'm going to get my meat business up in here. And ain't nobody said it was pretty when it's in its cooking form. But I promise you it will look completely different when this cooks. But this is also where you cannot leave your stove. You have to keep this whole thing moving because we got to get this gizzard, everything that we ground up. My pork's already done because it was processed. But this, I have to keep moving. This is a very cheap meal. I've got 4 cups of white rice, long grain, in the pot there. And I will be putting this into a very large bowl when it's cooked. And then slowly mixing rice. You don't want any white rice sticking out like, oh, you know, put some heart into it. It's dirty rice, so it's got to show. It's dirty rice. No chunks of white rice. Takes a lot of mixing, but that's why I got a husband. He's my faithful assistant, and the man can stir, okay? So, I'm going to get my funky business going, and I will show you how it changes. Looks nasty. Still looks better than potted meat, you potted meat eaters. Gross. Alright. So, I smush my concoction down. And if you can see, when I turn it over, it's becoming brown. It doesn't look much different right now than ground beef does. So I stir it around, but do not leave your pot. It can very easily stick to the bottom of your skillet very, very easily. So I smush it down, and then I will slowly turn it, and it will cook. It will look completely different. And the smell of this is fantastic. Oh my goodness, it smells great. Keep stirring. Spush it down, flip it around. Don't go anywhere. Don't answer the phone. Don't go to the door if the doorbell rings. Now look at the difference that ground up, the chicken livers were very liquidy. Look at the difference. Now it looks like ground beef, like you're fixing to make you some tacos. This is delicious. I had to add some more Tony's, and I added some more white pepper. And other than that, this is good to go. And it is going to rock when it is added to that rice. Righteous side dish, and it freezes very well. Well, there's my dirty rice completed. I used almost, I'd say, 3.5 cups of the rice that I had cooked. Not quite 4 cups, and it's all coated well. And then, I am telling you, this is good. Yeah, this stuff is delicious. So, dirty rice, nice thing to always have on hand. Very delicious, perfect side. The way I freeze it is I will put, some of course go in the refrigerator to munch on, but I'll put half of this in it looks like a Teflon, but it's black, a black metal like meatloaf pan or a bread pan, not extremely large. I line that with wax paper, smush this in there. I then put it in my chest freezer to get hard. Then I take it out because the wax paper just pops right out of there. And then I put it right in a food saver bag. So anyway, dirty rice, make you some, make you happy. Mouse toes out.